Hi gamers! Recently, I had the privilege of finally completing every single Fallout game DLC, starting with the Fallout 3 New Vegas to Fallout 4. Throughout my life, I have played pretty much all the Fallout games upon release, but a few of the DLCs I just didn't. The only game that I had played all the DLCs from up until literally this year was New Vegas. So, I just had spent a lot of time playing Fallout New Vegas growing up, and it's my favorite. But I played Fallout 3 before New Vegas ever came out, and it's like Fallout 3 was the reason why I love New Vegas so much. And then recently playing Fallout 3 again for the first time in like over a decade. Wow. I definitely remembered why I loved the game so much. So, recently I allowed myself the privilege of playing all the Fallout 3 DLCs. I felt like I either had a slight memory of playing them, but I definitely didn't complete them, or maybe I watched my older brother play them. But yeah, like those Fallout 3 DLCs came out, but as soon as New Vegas came out, I pretty much like moved to playing that, and I played those DLCs. Um so that's where we're here with this tier list. And I'm sure some people who have either played these DLCs and games or haven't and are maybe looking for recommendations or something like that. I don't know. Let me tell you that even just the base game of Fallout 3 and New Vegas, without any or not add-ons. Oh man, what is my brain? No add-ons. Mods. There we go. Mods. Sorry, I was a console player. I played on console a lot of these games growing up, so I've only recently been able to play all these games with mods, and that has been excruciatingly hard. It is kind of sucked and zapped a bit of my energy and fun that I have with the games, because on console, yeah, you'd have crash issues and like long loading screens, but oh my lord, the issues that I run in just because I want to spice the games up with mods is a bit infuriating, to say the least. So, if you have never played any of these games before and any of these DLCs before, maybe you've only played the base games, and it's definitely worth to play the base games over again before you try out the DLCs. Playing these without mods, I honestly would suggest for someone who gets frustrated easily with dealing with that stuff, because yeah, and like if you've not played it before. However, if you have played these games before, adding mods to like change the environment and stuff like that made a lot of this, like for example, it made Fallout 4 way more fun for me, because I felt when Fallout 4 came out, I was really disappointed, because I have been around that area in real life, and I understand that it's like nuked, but I just felt like it was like underrepresented. That like then once 76 came out, and I feel like 76 does a really good job at the environment, and I feel like a lot of that environment just for some reason wasn't in 4, but those places are actually pretty close together in real life, and they don't look that much different. So I just don't understand why Fallout 4 was way more barren of a wasteland, and then an online game like 76 came out and it was so lush. And it also didn't make sense to me. You would think that the closer to the bombs dropping, the less lush the planet would be, versus Fallout 4. It's like 200 years, right? Plus in the future after the bombs, and it's just so ugly. It's just so damn ugly. I hate the base Commonwealth. Um so yeah. Hate that place. Anyways, with some DLCs made the base Fallout 4 game a little bit more enjoyable, but those DLCs are pretty garbage. The Fallout 4 DLCs do not play like Fallout 3 and New Vegas DLCs, and it's utter trash. For the very first time just recently, like last week, I finally played Nuka World, and let me tell you, I am a huge Nuka Cola fangirl. I have had a Nuka Girl poster like in real life for like I've been lugging this thing around for probably 5+ years. It's my favorite poster. I have tons of Fallout merch in real life. I literally just made a Nuka Girl cosplay Like, I love Nuka-Cola. I got a little Nuka-Cola quantum lamp that lights up in real life. Like, I love Nuka-Cola. I'm like that Nuka-Cola girl in real life, right? And after doing that quest in Fallout 3 to help the girl who has her little museum and stuff like that, I had never done that before. Even I might have, but I just didn't remember it too well. So I recently did that, and then I was so excited to play Fallout 4 and get to Nuka World. That the story's so horrible. I just everything about Fallout 4 is just so bad. Like, I can't. I sat here before this video and I'm like, am I going to say any nice things about Fallout 4? Besides, it's on a newer version of the creation engine. And so things run a bit smoother. No. I literally can't. There's nothing about the story it's so stupid. I just wish it didn't exist. It makes the story in Fallout 4 makes me as angry as the ending of Game of Thrones. So if you know how that goes. Yeah, it makes me as angry as the Shadowlands expansion ruined World of Warcraft's story. Yeah. You know, it's just I hate it. The beginning is great. That like the first, I don't know, 3 hours of Fallout 4, the pretense of the story and everything, the way you come out of the vault, it's great. But then, like, as it unravels, it is just so ungodly stupid compared. It's only because the games before it are just so much better with their story. I just don't understand. Like, clearly, either A, the person who is writing these stories is not the same person, or team, whatever, or they just they fired that person very maliciously. Like, like, please, Bethesda, I don't know who I'd much rather you ask Chat GPT to make the next Fallout 5 plot and base it off of the material and quality from Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and tell it to imagine that Fallout 4 is everything that it should not be, and then ask it for that prompt. And I bet you that will shit out a way better story than whatever the hell and they did it with Starfield too. I hate to rant, but what sort of lifeless, safe bullshit did they have to pull with both Fallout 4 story and Starfield story? Please stop ruining these games. Y'all made some amazing story. The TV show! Like, what? Like, who's the writer for the TV show? That person better be writing Fallout 4. It makes me so angry. I just don't know who greenlit Fallout 4's base story, but it sucks. The ending of it sucks. So, there's just so many cool things to do in Fallout 3 and New Vegas that are, like, immersive and feels impactful. The weight of some of your decisions. And then Fallout 4, it's just like nothing really matters. Like, nothing you do, it's just so, like, it doesn't seem to respect you as the main character moving and changing the world around you. Rather, it's just like, well, these things are happening. You can, like, kind of interact with it. A lot of it's predetermined. And there's no, like, good M. Night Shyamalan plot twists, And it's nothing too heartstringy. If anything, it's just very throw in your face. Like, haha, we gotcha. Like, it makes you think one thing and then another, but it's like really, like, feels like they're, like, picking on the person who's playing the game. Like, oh, you wasted your time getting this invested in something that, like, is just gone or whatever. Like, there's just no sense to be made of it. And it feels, especially at the end of Fallout 4 when everything's said and done, it feels so it makes me wish that my character had just stayed asleep in her little cryo chamber in the vault, because every ending of Fallout 4 just is like, it's just sad in like a really disappointing way. And so that's just how I personally feel. And that is why it is D tier. It is very lucky there's not an F tier. I just put never played where the F tier should be because I never played Fallout 1 and 2. And I probably never will because those aren't my kind of games. Anyways, that was the bad. I just wanted to start with the bad. So, I recently played for the very first time Far Harbor. That was the one DLC I never played. And so, the one good thing I will say that has come out of Fallout 4 is a synth, called Mr. Nick Valentine. Like, one good character that feels so alive isn't a human. Anyways, and his part in that DLC, to not get too far into it, but it is very important, and I really enjoyed that. And I felt like that Far Harbor DLC, that could have been the entire game. That could have been the entirety of Fallout 4, and its focus being more like that there's something going on and your character's helping, rather than it's like all about your character and your character feels like they're being harassed for really not being able to do anything about the way things are going on, and you just have to make tough decisions that end up with stupid consequences. Yeah, so that's Fallout 4, but Far Harbor is like a mini version of Fallout 4, but with more impactful decisions that feel like just more immersive, more weight, probably because of the like creepy scenery and everything. I liked how I was me like going to an island, and now I could have left the island at any point, but I feel like they shouldn't have done that. I feel like once you go to that island, one good thing for that story would have been that like you were stuck there. I do not like that Fallout 4 seemed to, I don't know, it's like some baby shit, really. Like, in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, when you, like, start a DLC or whatever, like, you're going to it, you're going to that shit, and you're not coming back until it's done. And that's what a DLC should be. It should be a separate part of the game that once you're done with it, you can go back to that area and like finish up things and whatnot. But like for like the main base story or whatever of the DLC, I just really like the whole like ripping you out of the main game and putting you in a DLC. I just, it makes the storytelling and the enjoyment of the DLC much better, and it doesn't feel like fragmented. And Fallout 4 gives you a bunch of chores where you have to deal with settlements and it just makes me so angry. I love Fallout 76 and the building. I love making a camp. I love doing all of that. I don't like doing it in Fallout 4 where it's a single player game that either A, I'm going literally to delete my game saves, or B, I'm just like, I'm gonna log off and I'm just never gonna go back. Like, why am I spending time building settlements for unhappy NPCs in a single player game? It's the biggest waste of time in the world. I know that some people like that, you know, the kind of people who like playing Minecraft and stuff. Me personally, I just wish there was really more of a way to enjoy Fallout 4 without feeling like I have to have a guilty conscience for ignoring the settlement. Like, because you could totally just like really not do much of it and just do base minimum shit, which is still really annoying in Fallout 4. Like, I just love playing Fallout 3 New Vegas, and it is me, the shit in my inventory, and my one companion following me around, and the fucking story. That's it. And I loved that Starfield kind of did that. I didn't feel too much with Starfield that my shipbuilding all that shit, it did not stop. Like, you could totally ignore it all and just play the Starfield story. It was really important, and I really hope that they keep doing that, because that is the one thing that makes Starfield better than Fallout 4 to me personally. Because if I were to only consider their stories and not the gameplay, Fallout 4 and Starfield would be really bad just in comparison to New Vegas, 3, and 76 for that matter. But if I were to add Starfield onto this tier list, it would probably be like right next to Fallout 76. I like it, but I do not absolutely love it. That Wild Appalachia, at first I thought that DLC for 76 was the one that added NPCs. If the DLC that added NPCs into 76 was on here or whatever, I like don't even know what that is or what it's called. But I just want to say, if that was on here, I would put a negative F tier. As I'm sitting here telling you how much I love stories in Fallout games, I wish they'd never added NPCs to Fallout 76. I wish there was a version of Fallout 76 I could play that doesn't have NPCs in it. I can't tell you how annoying it is to have played Fallout 76 for years, like literally years, and then one day there's NPCs in it and you're used to killing everything that you see. Person, thing, whatever, anything moving, you're used to running up to it and hitting it, right? Well, in Fallout 76, they added NPCs. So if you log back into that game and you're somebody who used to enjoy the game when there was nothing in it and you had a lot of fun doing that, and you go to like try to enjoy the game like it is that again, you're going to run around and have to deal with a bunch of NPCs who are pissed off at you because you didn't know they were friendly and wanted to like talk because you forgot they added NPCs to the game. I just wanted like a Fallout online Rust sandbox experience, but they like ripped that away from me. So, and then they added Nuclear Winter, and if I could put that here on this tier list, that would be on S tier because I really enjoyed Nuclear Winter, and then they took that away from me too. So, you know, I just don't understand why Bethesda has to do these things, but that's their prerogative. I will just keep playing the content from them that I enjoy. There are things that I enjoy, you know, from the newer Fallout games, but they're like, I was so surprised with Far Harbor. I'm really happy that I played Far Harbor recently, because if it wasn't for Far Harbor, Fallout 4 would really be in the gutter for me, like 100% totally. It redeemed it a bit. It really did. But Nuka World was like, I played Nuka World after Far Harbor, and I just wish I could take that DLC and put it into 76 and like play it with like my Fallout 76 character, and like it's just it just missed the mark a little bit. It's really cool atmosphere, environment, the rides, the things to do, but all of the raiders, like the story, like the people in the park are so dumb. They're so dumb. Why? Just, and I even had, like, when I was streaming it on Twitch, I had people who come in and they were like, yeah, I love the aesthetics of this DLC. It was so fun, but yeah, the raiders and like having to do things and like them forcing you to like be a raider basically, or to like, it is just so dumb and I don't care for it. And I wish I could enjoy Nuka World with just a bunch of robots in it to like talk to and have some basic shit, and remove all of the NPCs. You know, I wonder if I could find a freaking add-on or mod, just delete all the NPCs, the whole story from Nuka World, and just let me freaking explore Nuka World walking around when it's empty. Because like that's the thing, like Bethesda, if you don't want to make good stories anymore the way you did with Fallout 3, New Vegas, those DLCs from both Fallout 3 and New Vegas, can you just like not put, can we get like option to just like remove the NPCs that you're failing to write well, please? just much rather not be there. You know who my favorite NPC in Starfield was? Myself. The replica of my character. That when I New Game Plus, after 10 or so times, it's like a random chance that it happens once you go through the Unity multiple times. I got myself as a companion. I even posted videos about that here on YouTube. Got myself as a companion. And that was the most interesting NPC to talk to. and to hang out with. Now that's great. That is, you know, that is truly the like meaning of like being able to do what you want, really, and just like freedom and power and control over your game world and everything. Like Bethesda, I really appreciate that. But like if you are seriously going to keep absolutely destroying these character narratives with just boring they don't feel alive. And I get it, they're video game characters and stuff, but like there are people, like the moment you start talking to them, the NPCs in both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, that like they resonate a sort of like charisma that is just like, this character has absolutely nothing to it. It only has a few voice lines, but I wish it had more. And then I'm talking to characters in Fallout 4 and Starfield, and I'm like, I just wish they would shut the fuck up. I wish I just want a console command delete them. Like Preston, Garvey, Harvey, whatever the fuck. Preston, bro. I straight up told, like, there's a line where, like, you're telling him about the Institute and how they stole your baby and everything, and he's like, that's rough. Anyways, we need to help another set. Like, bro, like, it's AI. It feels like I'm talking to Chat GPT in the game. And that's not, like, that is not what it's supposed to be. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why do I feel like I am talking to an NPC? But why is that a thing in the newer Fallout game? You know, right? Like, that's all I'm just trying to figure out. Like, why can I clock that it is such an NPC and it's so careless and has so little emotions, and it just breaks the immersion of the conversation because of its just purpose to be a quest giver rather than an NPC to speak to. And it's like, I just love that there's so many NPCs in Fallout 3 and New Vegas that I would speak to them, and they're so useless. They don't give you a quest. They're not a companion. They're just there. You know? Like, Victor, the fucking robot, dude. It's one of my favorite characters in all the Fallout games. You can't really get Victor as a companion. You can do it with console commands. But like, yeah. Victor, dude. And he's a robot. But the voice lines, the charisma, the like mystery, like, oh, he dug you out of the ground. Well, why the robot do that? Like, and you just want to know. And then it's just like, I don't know. You meet Preston and it's just like, hey, dude. Oh, settlements. Okay, bye. Oh, Minutemen? There's like 3 of you or something. There's no Minutemen. You all died in a massacre. So, okay. You're boring. You're so fucking boring. Like, please. Spare me. So, that's my rant. Please, Bethesda, provide us more juicy DLCs, like Dead Money, that teach you something, literally a life story that is just, it's helped me throughout everything. Begin Again, Let Go. Dude, how hard was it to write those words and then make a DLC around them? It was genius. Honest Hearts. The Burned Man. Explaining this guy who was in the Legion. Then he got his whole freaking body burned and like thrown into the Grand Canyon and somehow lived. That's bad ass. Some girl thinks she's a synth So she gets on her parents' boat and drives away. And so you need to go find her with your synth friend to figure out where she went to go chat with some other synths. That's cool. Abducted by aliens. It's a bit cheesy, but Mothership Zeta, I feel like I had more fun than 90% of the time I was playing Starfield. That's fucked up. That's really, 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 really fucked up. You know? Like, how did they fumble? How the hell are y'all gonna make a Fallout DLC about being on an alien spaceship? And I had almost more fun than I did about 90% of the time that I was playing Starfield, which is about you getting into your own spaceship and flying around the galaxy. How did you fumble that hard? I don't know. But whoever they have writing stuff over there, maybe they need some courses to, like, educate them on why these core stories from the beginning of the franchise were so freaking great, and just whatever the hell they're doing now, please stop spewing out that nonsense. I just want some full of substance, awesome, immersive, thick, emotional, you know, like, where's the emotion in Nuka World? It's not there, you know. Operation Anchorage was really, really cool. I just, like, didn't really care about it. It was just, like, because it didn't really feel like that could have been a quest. That could have been the Operation Anchorage reminded me of going to sleep in Fallout 3 and doing the memory lane shit or whatever it is called. I forget. I don't think it's called memory lane, is it? I don't know. I'm sure Fallout people know what I'm talking about though when I say that. It literally reminds me of, like, yeah, it like wasn't that long. It felt like is like trying to be a bit like hardcore or whatever, because like the mechanics, like everything's like a little bit different. That literally could have been a quest in the base game, and Broken Steel kind of feels like it's just an excuse to extend the base game so that your game doesn't end after you do the water purification shit and whatnot, and it just like adds a little bit more to Fallout 3 rather than being a DLC. So that's why those are there next to Nuka World, because there's just like nothing really to them. So yeah, I'm gonna try to cut myself off here because guess what? Here I am yapping about Fallout games for half an hour. Who can do that? Somebody with mental issues. That's me. That's your girl. So but I finally just wanted to sit down and go over these and give my final 2 cents, so that I will tend to yap about this a lot on my streams, because I feel like that I obviously don't have anywhere for someone to go and be like, hey Kharrma, I know you're a huge Fallout fan. What do you kind of think about every single Fallout game and Fallout DLC? Which one's your favorite? Which one do you hate the most? Why? Here you go. This is it. These are my reasons. If you have any further questions for me, feel free. This is not I'm saying this is fact or anything. This is my own personal opinion. I completely, totally, 100% understand if you or anyone else does not feel this way, or you think I am wrong. What I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, from me when I was like, I think 9, the very first time when I picked up Fallout 3, is your opinion, it's yours and you can shove it up your ass, because mine is based off of literally over a decade of playing these games religiously, literally religiously. And I felt a little bit like a fucking fake, you know, imposter, because there was just a few of the DLCs, Far Harbor, Nuka World, that I played Fallout 4, but then I like didn't play those DLCs because Fallout 4 pissed me off so much, and then when 76 came out, I just played 76. But I kind of, you know, I played 76 on Xbox at first, and I really enjoyed that and everything, but I no longer have access to my day one Fallout 76 account because I don't have an Xbox and I don't wish to play on an Xbox anymore. So I've been starting over on PC, and that is really ass. Like, Fallout 76 would be S+ tier if the game was cross-platform. So maybe one day Todd Howard will do that for us, and I will be playing a lot of Fallout 76 if that were the case. But in the meantime, I'm going to begrudgingly forcing myself to play Fallout 76 now that I've fully completed all of these DLCs. In my free time, when I feel like it, I will be playing 76, trying to get my character back to what I feel like how I was on Xbox, and just enjoy whatever content that they're going to continue pumping out for 76. And there is a lot of content within 76 that I couldn't tell you about. Pretty much everything prior to that Wild Appalachia, everything prior to the NPCs being added, I played a lot and I got super familiar with, and I did a lot of things on Xbox. But ever since they added NPCs and took away Nuclear Winter, and then I stopped playing on Xbox, I've really not played 76. So definitely a bit behind on that. And, you know, as much as I say that I hate the NPCs in Fallout 76, I've also not interacted with them a bunch. So maybe there's some, like, really cool NPCs that I would like, that will resonate with me. Maybe they're well written, but you know what? I'm not gonna hold my breath for that at all. So, yeah, if you want some amazing, awesome, super immersive games to play, and you for some reason have now gotten to this point in the video and cared enough to listen to the rant, that probably spoiled a lot of it for you, but it's definitely not going to spoil all of it. So Fallout New Vegas is the best game that has ever made known to mankind. No, you can't change my mind. I'm sorry. That's just the way my brain is wired. There will never be a better game than Fallout New Vegas. Everyone should experience it once in their life, just the base game. Please don't download any mods. It is going to crash even more so than it already does. If Todd Howard really loves us, he will make Fallout New Vegas 2 or remaster Fallout New Vegas, or just fucking do something. I felt a little bit of love when they added Atlantic City into 76, and I've actually not done any of the Atlantic City stuff. So I'm excited to do that. But I need to get my Fallout 76 PC character situated first, so yeah. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna stop myself. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Okay. I'm gonna stop myself ranting because I can go on forever. Alright, y'all. This is where I say, Vault forever, surface never. Kharrma out. Bye!